everyone, you're welcome once again to another video on the Grandma Football channel. And today's video, I'll be giving my preview to the Chelsea versus Man City game. So let's go. Now, this is a game that everyone, rival fans, even the most ardent of the Chelsea faithfuls, would sort of say Man City would win. And they wouldn't be wrong for saying that because Man City at the top of the table, Chelsea in 10th, Man City in supreme form as usual. Chelsea still figuring their way out, and then even with victory against Spurs, there are still certain spots where you looked at the team and you said, "Oh, this team isn't quite there yet." Scored 4 goals, looked better after conceding, to be honest, against Spurs, but still, you have aspects of the game where you think to yourself, man, what are these guys doing? What was Pochettino doing? So, and I've been one of Pochettino's constant critic because I think he can do more and is overcomplicating things. But that being said, I think this is a game at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea has a chance. A chance. Just as they say in boxing, a puncher's chance. And Chelsea can only win this game if certain things are ahead to, in my opinion. Now, I may be wrong, but that's what I think. Now, the ways Chelsea can win this game would be 1, quick passing. 1, 2, quick switch of play. 3, playing with fullbacks and having Palmer centrally. So, 1, quick passing. 2, quick switch of play. 3, have Palmer in the middle of the park in 10 row and play with actual fullbacks. Because if you try to do this centre back, this thing where you have a centre back playing at fullback and you have them tucking into the midfield, that's something Pep Guardiola invented. And Man City, they know that style to a T, and certainly you would be destroyed, to say the least. Chelsea will just get spanked. So but then again, just like when you play sides like Liverpool, so sides like Liverpool, sides like Man City, and sort of Spurs as well, Arsenal, they have certain things that are in their DNA. For Man City, no matter who they come up against, certain things are in their DNA. They will press high, will choke the midfield and seek to win the ball quickly off the defenders. So don't pass out from the back. That'll be my advice to the Chelsea team. Don't. Now, I'm not saying you get the ball from the goalkeeper and you hoof it. No. 1 or 2 passes and that ball is in behind, because each time they have Man City has the midfield choked up with the midfielders and inverting fullbacks, one thing is going to happen. There's going to be space in behind where the fullbacks have left. So that is where you want the ball to go to. That's where you want the ball to go to. And then, as well, when there's always vacant space on the opposite end of the pitch, when you pass the ball, you always see that space. And in time past, that's why Chelsea has lost games against City, because players like Kovacic would hold the ball, look up, see that space, see acres of space, and decide to play the ball infield. So if you're playing with actual dynamic fullbacks, which Chelsea is blessed with in terms of Reece James, Malo Gusto, Cucurella, Chua, but Madsen as well. If you're playing with those fullbacks, you can really hurt Man City down the flanks. Palmer, I think, is better suited to be playing the 10 role, especially in this game, so he can see everyone in front of him. He can pick up passes. He can arrive late into the box and score goals. But what you don't want is pairing up Palmer against a City fullback. You want the City fullback to be occupied with the players like Sterling, Noni Madueke, and then a fullback like Reece James or Malo Gusto. On the other side, you want the fullback to be occupied by Cucurella, occupied by Mudrik. You don't want a centre back in that position, especially when you have the likes of Bernardo Silva for one, and then at fullback for Man City, you've got um, Kyle Walker. You don't want Kyle Walker running up against Levi Colwell. It just wouldn't be nice. You know, imagine Kyle Walker partnering with Bernardo Silva to double up on Colwell. That would not be nice. But if you give uh, Kyle Walker a defensive assignment, i.e., you have a Modric running at him, and no, you have, of course, he plays on the right. You have a Sterling running at him. You have a Reece James on the outside. Then immediately he knows he has to put in a defensive shift. But if you put a Disasi at right back, you're going to suffer. That's for real. And you're going to have the winger, whether it's Sterling, whether it's Noni Madueke, you're going to have them isolated against Kyle Walker, and that's something you don't want to do. So those are ways I think Chelsea can win, and I still think we'll go with Jackson. You never can tell because strikers over the years have said, just get, no, doesn't matter how you get your goal, whether it comes off your backside, it comes off your ankle, it smashes you in the face and goes into the net. Just get it. Once you get scoring, then you get going. So I don't want to see him dropped. He didn't play fantastically well against Spurs, but he got a hat trick. And for strikers, like I just said, doesn't matter how they get their goals sometimes. Once they get their goals, their confidence, ramps up, and then they begin to play amazingly. And you wonder, was this the player that we're all doubting? So I want to see him start centrally in the attack, and then have Palmer play in the 10 role. But I'm guessing Palmer will play that wide and have Gallagher in the middle of the pack for pressing purposes. But for me, I feel the midfield will be choked up anyway. So have Palmer in the 10 role, have Sterling on have Sterling down the right or Sterling on Modric. To be honest, that's fine with me. And then you have Noni Madueke. So that would work a treat. And then you have Reece James at fullback because it's a game that demands not just pace and ability, which Malo Gusto has, but it also demands robustness, physicality, which I think Reece James has more physicality than Malo Gusto at this time, especially if you'll be coming up against Kyle Walker. So have Reece James there, and in this central position, this is a game where you need experience. So I would want to go pair Thiago Silva and Levi Colwell in the middle of the pack. So you have the experienced Thiago Silva by Colwell side, and I think that would work fine. And then you have that warrior mentality because what we want is to make this sort of like a siege. You have siege mentality. Then you have Cucurella at left back, so you actually can support whoever the left winger would be down that left wing, and also help occupy the Man City fullback. And in the midfield, I will go with Caicedo and Enzo. I think Caicedo especially is coming into his own gradually, so I'll be going for Caicedo and Enzo's pairing. In general, I've already mentioned, looking to go Cole Palmer, down in the 10 role, and then Jackson as a striker. So that's what I'll be going with. And for my score prediction, I'm not going to go crazy with it. I'll just say, hand on heart, I have a feeling that Chelsea will win this game 1-0, and especially if it's quick play, balls in behind, use your pacey players, and get at the City back line. Because at midfield will be choked up and there will be spaces in behind. So what do you think about City game? Do you think Chelsea has a chance? Do you think we don't have a chance? I'm just speaking gibberish. Let me know in the comment section. So at this point, we've come to the end of today's video. And keep your eyes peeled for another video, which will be the review and reaction to the Chelsea vs Man City game. That most likely will be immediately after the game. So at this point, I'd like to say thanks for watching. Click the subscribe button, click the notification bell so you know each time I upload a video, and see you on yet another video.